In this video, we are going to check the USO model and its workflow to create images of different styles with the help of an initial image. USO stands for Unified Style and Subject-Driven Generation. I will show you different examples from the workflow throughout this video. Let's check a quick example before we continue to the workflow. Here we have taken a reference image of a rabbit in Ghibli Studio style. You can see the output that it gives, which looks very much like a Studio Ghibli style. So let's move to the workflow. You will get the download links for all these models in the blog that is posted in the description. The model we are using here is Flux Dev. In the model patch loader, you can see that we're using the USO Flux projector file. This is the clip vision model that we need for this workflow. For the LoRa loader, this is not a LoRa meant to make generation faster. This is the LoRa we need to create an image in any style with the help of a reference image. Now, this is the prompt that I am using to create an illustration of an exotic castle in different styles. Right now, we are using a Van Gogh style reference image, and we will see what kind of output we get. To set the aspect ratio of the output image, I am using a node called Flux Resolution Calculator and feeding it a latent image. For the K-sampler, it's the same as usual, and since this LoRa isn't for speeding up generation but only for creating images in different styles using the reference image, we will use 20 steps in the K-sampler. We can also change the CFG here to experiment and see what difference it makes in the output. So, let's check the output we got for the Van Gogh image. This is the output for an exotic castle, and it looks very much like a Van Gogh painting to me. Here is another reference image that we have taken. It is an AI-generated image that gives the vibe of a character from the animated movie Frozen. Let's check the output we get from this image. Here is the first output we got. It looks good to me, as it follows the color palette of the image. It does not aim for realism in the output, just like the initial image. I guess we can change that by making the prompt more descriptive. I'll leave that part to you. Let's check another output. Here is another output. They both look good to me. So, let's move on to something different. Let's try something else, like this photo of a rabbit in a Studio Ghibli style. I wouldn't want to create a castle from such a style, so I have changed the prompt to a couple holding hands together in a forest. Let's see the output. This is the result we got for the Studio Ghibli style reference image we provided, and it looks very much like a Studio Ghibli style. I would like to test it again to see if it remains consistent and whether it can improve the output. Here is another result. And this is amazing. The output looks like it's straight from a Studio Ghibli movie. I like it very much. Let me know your thoughts. Now let's try a new style for the reference image. This design, which has a bit of a 3D effect. Let's check the output we get for this initial image with the same prompt of a couple holding hands in a forest. As expected, this is great. It follows the color palette well. I think asking it to create human-style images from a non-living object reference may not yield a human-style result. So, let's remove forest from the prompt and see what we get. I'll remove the forest part from the prompt. Let's check the output. This is the result we got. It looks good, it follows the theme very well, and I like the output. The animation is great. However, in this particular scene, we can see a defade and it has one extra hand. Let's create another output. Here we go. Looks good to me. If we provide a clear style in the reference image, it follows it well, and I like the output. Let's try a trending style in the reference image, like the Pixar style. Here, I have taken an image in a Disney Pixar style. Let's check the output for the same prompt from this image. Here is the result, and it looks very much like a Pixar movie. You can even go ahead and create animations from this image. Of course, this is AI, and there are defects sometimes, like in this case, the fingers look very off and a bit weird. But yes, that happens. I guess that's all for this video. We have checked different styles in this workflow. These were the results from the USO model. Let me know your thoughts, and please do like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you. Have a good time ahead.